And
Yep.
we are live. Welcome to The Real Raw, a place where we get to see and experience how influence is a superpower. The Real Raw offers us the chance to have a microphone and a stage, form ecosystems, make more money in less time with more magic, all with the use of the formula, which Sean Callaghy curated for the past 23 years. Sean Callaghy is an entrepreneur, national speaker, philanthropist, one of America's top trial attorneys, and he's the chief visionary officer of Unblinded. And though he is blind, he is here to unblind in integrity through micro distinctions, how we can all go from hello to yes in any role we play in life, so we can influence influencers and make the world a more heart-centered and amazing place. Welcome, Sean.
Well, Vivian, you are heart-centered, you are amazing, and we have awesome guests here today. Super excited to be with Jason and Justin and David, Scott, Dr. Vin. Like, what's happening and like, how are you, Vivian?
I'm amazing. This is so great to be here, to be with all of you guys, to learn so much every day, and to have the opportunity to introduce these fabulous fine folk that we have here. And we have Deb Battersby as a role player, so I'm giddy today.
And Deb is in the house. Deb, what's up? How is virtual UPW for you?
I took a break. I just have been getting feedback from all my clients who've been there, but I didn't participate.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, very good. Well, congratulations on your taking a break and self-care, self-love, and whatever other boundaries were there. Beautiful for you.
Yes, I had the opportunity to have a little getaway with my husband, which we haven't done for quite a while. So yes, it was the right decision.
Where'd you go, Deb?
Where'd you go, Deb?
Actually, we just went up to northern Michigan, not too far a drive from Chicago, but much better than getting on a plane and having to quarantine on return, so.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Good for you. Welcome. And Vivian, we got some amazing guests for today. Let's rock and roll.
Yep, we have a very amazing human from Florida named Jason Sipple. Woo! He founded Be More Coaching because he's passionate about heart-centered leadership. His mission as a peak performance coach is to take leaders from overwhelm to clarity, purpose, and results fast. He's a managing recruitment director with the largest special education and related services organization in the country. He's a recruiting expert for over 13 years, helping over 2,000 healthcare employees find better career opportunities. And he's currently growing a niche market from 0 to 0.65 million gross revenue in 2 years, identifying the need for travel special education teachers and school psychologists to school districts with an urgent need. Plus, he's a phenomenal athlete, an Ironman all-world athlete, and he's completed, check this, Sean, 5 Ironmans.
That is some crazy stuff. Jason,
Wow.
welcome, brother. Like a quintuple Ironman. Like, that's unbelievable. So how are you, Jason?
Amazing, John. Amazing. Thank you. Excited to be here.
Super happy to have you here. And where you're coming from today?
Kelly, Florida.
Yeah, of course. Love it, love it, love it. And Vivian, we have like J squared today. So please take us in.
Yes, we do. We have a model, actor, motivational speaker, and a fitness coach, which shows Sean is wearing a t-shirt and all his muscles are ripping all over the place, helping high-achieving professionals change their mindset. As an online coach and transformation specialist, he helps over 1,000 clients achieve their fitness goals, whether it's to gain weight or lose weight with the JC program. He knows firsthand the importance of achieving fitness goals, for he stars in national commercials, print ads, and movies like Concussion and Creed 2, and works with brands such as Nike, GNC, NFL, Visa, Foot Locker, Beats by Dre, Jared, and more. Welcome, JC.
For having me.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Welcome, and love that resume and lots happening. And where are you coming from today?
I'm coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today.
Pittsburgh, PA. And what, like, as you think about coming into the Real Raw, you're like, what are you thinking about?
I have no clue what to expect. I just know there's some awesome individuals in the building, so I'm excited to be a part of it. So I'm just incredibly grateful.
All right. Super appreciate it. And you know what, Vivian, just for the fun of it, and Deb, we got like another cool person in the wings. Of course, Vivian, and Deb, Lorelai Mariano, of course, right?
Yeah.
And so I just want to do a quick shout out. My mom is here. Come on in. My kids call her Grammy. So we say Grammy. So Grammy's in the house. She had no idea she was going to be here. But I want to say this. Lorelai gave her a beautiful necklace, which she happened to be wearing. And she came over a few minutes ago. And I'm like, show that off. That Lorelai.
Yes.
And Mona.
Let me see it, Mommy.
Yes.
Hello.
And we just gave my mom a birthday gift from Lorelai. That should be coming soon. Mona, when is that due in?
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. And so, yes, so, but my mom happened to be here today. So I was like, yes, pop in. And so my mom is Maureen. Hello, Mom and Maureen.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Mommy Maureen.
Hello,
Hi,
Maureen.
Maureen.
Yeah.
You all.
And Vivian, despite the fact that my mom taught me to lie all the time, to cheat and steal as much as possible, I overcame all of
He's
this
gonna choke you right now.
and formed integrity based human influence as a rebellion against my mother's depravity. So thank you.
Now we're gonna get the lie detector test out.
Don't let him get away with it, Mommy. Don't let him get away with it.
My mom is unbelievable and a true source and a part of all this. So, but we have nonstop fun. So yes, how crazy do I drive you?
Pretty crazy.
Yes.
He's got the greatest heart, and he's so good to his mother and the whole family, actually.
No, well,
Love
thank
you.
you.
Yay, I love yummers. Yummy.
Thank
Yummy
you.
time.
So thank you for that, Mom. Quick break. And Mona, you didn't come on camera, but Mona's hiding. So
Yes, Mona, I want to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mona.
So amazing. So yes, and Vivian, we have judges. Thank you for that quick interlude. Lorelai break, and everybody, I'm not joking about this. I say it to Lorelai all the time. She doesn't put this out there to people, but you know, she works so hard to connect people and does such a beautiful job with her jewelry. If you have like an event, a holiday, something coming up, think about Lorelai. So like, and that's present for me and all the stuff that I'm telling people in my world, because she is like promote everybody else and doesn't promote herself as nearly as much as she should. So back to our regularly scheduled program, Vivian.
We do love Lorelai, and her jewelry is amazing, and she wears it so beautifully. So that's so nice. Yay, Lorelai, we love you. All right, we have Vincent Leonte in the house. He is a doctor, a Princeton integrative health and functional medicine doctor whose personal story of an undiagnosed angina led him to pivot from conventional medicine to holistic and alternative healing. A former runner, a 4-time marathon runner, mind you.
Oh,
Whoa. And in the past 24 years in emergency medicine, he successfully cared for people in crisis at their darkest hour. So welcome, Dr. Leonte.
Dr.
Thank
Vin,
you,
what's
Vivian.
up? How you doing, brother?
I am doing great, Sean. How are you?
It's awesome. Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, and where are you coming from today for everybody?
From Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
Lawrenceville is in the house. We got PA, we got NJ, we got awesome things happening from all over the place, Florida. And Vivian, where are you coming from for everybody's benefit?
I know. I'm in Westchester County in New Rochelle, which isn't so far away from any of the Jersey folks here. The original containment zone.
And
Right.
Deb, by the way, yes, original containment zone. Like that is you. It's like outbreak. So Deb, where are you coming from today? And what's a quick fun fact?
Okay, I'm in the western suburbs of Chicago. So I am a Chicago girl, born and bred. So it's nice to represent the kind of central part of the country, even though I think we are in probably a crazier time than I've ever seen in all my years of being here. So let's give some blessings to Chicago.
Yeah, my heart goes out for sure. For love, micro distinctions that are fun, simple, and magical, frictionless, for exponential abundance and love and unity. So thank you.
And the world could sure use it.
Yeah, and a quick fun fact, Deb.
Quick fun fact. My goodness. Quick fun fact. I'm one of 9 children.
That is a fun
What?
fact. That is a fun fact.
Where do you fall in the pecking order?
I am second in command.
Mm.
Actually, I'm really first in command. I do have an older brother.
My level 5 listening tells me some real Zeus energy there, and we'll come back to that at a later date. So quick, Jason, fun fact about you, besides the fact that you are a 5-time Ironman, any other fun fact?
Well, the other day I shared with you that I had paddled out when I've only been surfing for like 6 months in a hurricane swell. I got out to the lineup after 45 minutes of paddling and realized this is really dumb, seeing tarpon swim by, knowing there's sharks there, knowing it's double overhead. And so I decided to introduce myself to another surfer. He wasn't very interested, but I felt better knowing that if I washed up on the shore, at least someone knew.
That is amazing. Speaking of shark incidents, as some of you know on this, I was bumped by a shark while surfing 2 weeks ago. And my buddy Tom Filatico that works at Caligula, his son was paddling and hit a shark while paddling. So, and there was a crazy shark video that went viral from New Jersey with a number of sharks eating a dolphin. So, and by the way, where I have my beach homes in down Long Beach Island, New Jersey, was the inspiration for Jaws. And hasn't been an attack in 104 years since the 1916 attack that in fact inspired Jaws. But there's been a lot of shark activity. Of course, there's always sharks there. I scuba dive with sharks. But it's like, yeah, it seems like there's some interesting dynamics happening. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's the warmer currents and what's happening, but it's interesting times. So surfing, sharks are in the house. I think we have some more surfing commentary coming up with our amazing judges. Before we do that, what do you prefer? JC is the right thing for me to refer to as, or something?
That's perfectly fine. That's great. That's cool.
Awesome, JC. And quick fun fact about you.
Fun fact, even though I'm in shape, I love my cheat meals, and it's a fun story, but I hold the record at my college for 62 tacos in 60 minutes.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it's been standing for a long time.
Yeah. You know what the funniest part of today is, JC?
Say that one more time.
Do you know what the funniest part about today is?
Tell me.
Vivian ate 64 tacos in 60 minutes when she was in college. Vivian, back to you, our judges.
This is awesome. We have David Schloss. He is an online entrepreneur who began marketing in 2007 from his college apartment. His business, Convert ROI, enables businesses to succeed by taking complicated social ad plans and seamlessly turning them into easy-to-follow, revenue-producing campaigns. He manages over 2.5 million per month in paid advertising via Facebook and Instagram, and he's been rated as one of the top experts to watch by Forbes magazine, has been featured on Entrepreneur.com, Business Insider, The Huffington Post, and been interviewed on various podcasts and web shows around the topic of social advertising. So welcome, David.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
As always, very impressive, sir. And what's present for you on this fine, thankful Thursday?
Well, we've had a very interesting couple of months thanks to COVID-19, and I'm just happy to see my business now prosper after a couple of months of sitting down, strategizing, getting things in place. I haven't had to let go of anybody. And so my team is doing better now than we were prior to quarantine. And it's just awesome to see my team step up, become more leaders within the organization. And, I get to do things like this and not have to worry about what's going on behind the scenes.
Air fist bump on that. Congratulations. That's awesome. And quick fun fact.
I've lost over 60 pounds in the last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
No layoffs during COVID, business doing better, and lost 60 pounds. All those incredible accolades. You're crushing it.
Yes. I had a heart-related incident. And then everything gave me a lot of perspective on what I was looking for. I have a 7-month-old son, didn't, want to go out too early in life. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to make some changes. And, 60 pounds later, everything's looking good. My kid's healthy. He's growing every day. And so, just keeping at it, and quarantine's not going to stop me. So, yeah.
I don't ever live in envy. Like, there's nothing that I envy about anybody or anything in the world. I love people. I love success. I love stories. The closest thing I have to envy, however, is hearing that you have a 7-month-old son. And I love my kids. Things are amazing. They're 20, 18, and 16. I love this time. But, man, I miss those early days. So congratulations and enjoy every moment. I was blessed to know how amazing it was going to be and sucked up every moment. And it was the greatest part of my life to date. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I don't know, Sean, you and Mona could still have a 7-month-old,
That is true. And yes, that is very true, without a doubt. So back to you, Vivian.
How's that for a quick change? All right. We don't have Scott Leese here.
Vivian, there's not many speechless moments that I will encounter. So, but back to you.
I seem to find a few, don't I? We don't have Scott Leese as the last judge in the house. So we're
okay. So we will let's see if we can get him on the line. But yeah, let's rock and roll through. So Scott was going to have some cool surfing dynamics, I understood, that are part of his life. But we will come back to that in a little bit. But maybe we get Adam Gugino out there in technology land to come in and lend some wisdom if Adam's free. If not, we certainly have played the game of even with 10 people in the row are open with 2 judges, and these 2 people are ready to roll. We are ready to roll, and let's drop in. So let's go with Jason. You're clear on what's about to happen. JC, probably less so. So what I would love to do, Jason, if it's cool with you, is have you go first in the first round. Would that be good with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is there's 2 rounds for JC and any of the judges that don't know. It's 1 6-minute conversation. It just gets cut in half in the middle. And so what we're really here to do is explore the superpower of human influence, which is how we create ecosystem mergers, AKA strategic alliances. We sell, we market, we lead, we coach, we train, we inspire, we build, and we destroy relationships and businesses and things and countries and nations and politics. All of it, right, is based on integrity-based human influence, like riots, like bad things that are happening between, people of different perspectives, like all kinds of craziness goes on, all rooted in the presence or absence of the superpower of integrity-based, heart-centered human influence. Studied it for 23 years. The things that you've heard about here today that I've been fortunate enough to achieve are related to those dynamics. And I do, as a footnote, Vivian, maybe we could add this to the intro. I don't say it this way, but I don't know any more clear way to say, hey, I put my money where my mouth is, that I bet $250,000 online that I can't be out-influenced on a neutral set of facts. I've made that direct proposition to other people in leading sales training world, including Grant Cardone. Love him, no disrespect, but you can offer that out to him. I haven't heard back from his people yet, wink, wink, but we're still out here, and the winner gets the money sent to charity. So that's what I believe, that behind me, Muhammad Ali, behind me, Herb Brooks, Miracle on Ice. I believe that influence is a superpower. We should have an ability to measure it, compete in it, and understand it, because that's how we solve huge problems in the world and how we solve some of our own challenges in money, time, and magic. So that's what we're here to unleash. 6 minutes after the first round, the judges will assess, give a score on how we opened up listening of Deb, how Deb saw her future in the person speaking, and something was put at stake. And you're like, I don't know what any of those things mean. It's okay. How would you normally approach a 6-minute conversation to go from hello to yes? Who will Deb be? What are you selling? Easy answers, whatever you want. It's not about a final sale, by the way, because you're simply seeking a yes. Like, yes is the advancement of all things that happen. Like a yes built this house. A yes is how you got to be sitting wherever you're sitting. A yes is how you've built whatever you have, right, in your life. So Deb could be anybody you want her to be. She could be yourself, an ideal client. She could be Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins. The role player's been all of those people, whomever you want. But really the key is, or it's your choice, that it's an important yes to you in the world. So that's the story. So round 1, Jason, who would you like Deb to be?
I would like Deb to be a potential coachee and trying to open a relationship with her.
Cool. And so what, do you want her to be herself? Is there anything specific that you want her to be up to in the world? Any specific challenge?
No, whatever Deb's a coach for 20 plus years. So whatever she wants to be, I'm open, I'm game.
Cool. How about, would you want her to be herself?
Yeah, that's fine. That'd be good.
Awesome. All right, let's drop in. You'll hear a buzzer at 1 minute to go, 30 seconds to go, done. Jason, take us in.
Okay. Hi, Deb. How are you today?
I'm fantastic, Jason, and I'm really excited to have a conversation with you. I've heard so many wonderful things about you.
Oh, I am too. I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. What's present for you today?
What's present for me today? I am always in search of next level potential, and that's present in my mind almost every day.
I can feel that. And so what does that next level potential mean to you?
Next level potential to me, not just for me personally, but for anybody, just means more impact, more opportunity, more influence, more potential, more outreach, more changes in the world.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And so with more impact, like specifically, do you have something in mind that you're looking to impact, like a certain organization or cause, or there's something there for you?
Well, actually, there is something that has kind of been part of my vision for a long time, and that is literally to change a paradigm that exists in our culture, particularly in our Western culture. The paradigm around certain negative emotion being a sign of weakness or flaw or, a problem.
I love that. And so what I hear you saying is that you're saying that, people who are vulnerable are seen as maybe being weak, and you're trying to kind of shift that. Is that what I'm understanding?
And I guess, yes, they can be seen as vulnerable, but most of the time they see themselves as weak and vulnerable because they misinterpret the feeling to mean something other than what it really is there for. You know, if people feel like, say, for example, if someone feels depressed, it's very unlikely that they want to admit that to the world. It's something they want to hide, something they're afraid of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, very much, very much. And so, and this is an awesome mission that you have. I love the heart I feel in it. Do you, like, where do you see this going, or what are you working on in the world right now? And
I think it can have a tremendous impact in the world of therapy, but I really want to, I want to just eliminate this whole concept is that when you don't feel good emotionally, you need to medicate. That we drug ourselves for stress and worry and anxiety and things like that, and there's a much healthier solution.
no, I believe that. I actually have a personal experience with that. I actually took Lexapro for 12 years, thinking that I had something going on with not high enough serotonin levels, all different things, kind of manage it with exercise throughout my life, and then realized that that wasn't the case at all. It was just I wasn't really addressing the actual root of what was making those feelings.
I love that because, and we're, just so much of our population is educated to believe that there's something wrong with them that needs to be medically, that requires medical intervention. And nothing could be further from the truth when it comes to the insight around everything we feel.
Deb, you have a quick phone call. You can jump back on with Jason in a couple of minutes. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Not a problem. I'll catch you in a few minutes, Jason.
Yeah, I look forward to catching back up with you. It's so nice. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent work, Jason. Deb, how'd that feel for you?
It was fun. I felt like Jason was very tapped into what mattered to me.
Awesome. Love that. All right, let us drop in with Dr. Vin. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go. Sometimes we do it both ways. Let's actually complete this round with JC, and then we will take. Actually, hasn't seen it yet, so let's do this. Dr. Vin, would you mind sharing some feedback for Jason? Is Dr. Vin muted? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm good now. I'm unmuted, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought Jason was great. He acknowledged Deb right in the beginning, got her to what felt like a very deep place about what was important to her. When she talked about the medications and how you shouldn't use medication for negative emotions, he validated that point with his own personal experience, and I believe she felt that. So I thought it was a great rapport building.
Excellent. And what'd you have for a score?
9.5.
Beautiful. Excellent, Jason. David, please.
Yeah, so from the very get-go, it just seemed like there was automatic synergy between the two. Jason just went right in with a question. Sometimes people like to come in with just sort of like getting a vibe up, getting everyone to smile before the questions start to come in. But Jason sort of integrated them at the same time. I think when you have more face-to-face, you throw in a smile with your question, everyone else lights up at the same time. If this was over the phone with no face-to-face, it could have gone a different way. So what I found was that, Jason found ways to, not only align with the question, but also find ways to give examples around his own personal experience around it, which is crucial in any conversation, keeps the engagement going. So, I give him a 9 out of 10, just from the sake of being able to, it seemed like it could have kept going, right? The conversation could have kept going for much, much longer. So to me, it was great.
Excellent. Thank you, David. Jason, awesome job, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. So JC, who would you like Deb to be? JC muted?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, got you.
Okay, cool. She can be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, since I just saw something in the gym before now. So she can be him.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's go, Rock.
All right.
All right.
Bring it on.
So JC, is this like a bump into or a scheduled call?
This is a bump into.
Cool. All right, take us in, brother.
All right, awesome. So how's it going, Dwayne? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, JC. Every day is a great day. You know that.
You're exactly right. I pay attention to all the stuff that you do. So this is exactly true. And some days I wear your tanks to the gym, but today's not one of those days. But, what are you looking at? I see so many things you're talking about on kind of the changes you want to bring to the world, things that you're trying to impact, how you kind of integrate who you are into what you do. Maybe tell me what's on the rest of your plate for maybe the next thing that you'd like to accomplish.
I'm so glad you brought that up, JC, because I really want to help people find that same kind of certainty within themselves so they know who they are and they know what kind of impact they can have in the world. I think too many people sell themselves short. There's so much they can do. There's so much they need to be doing, and I want to help them find that place.
That's amazing. I mean, it comes through every single day in your messages. Now we're familiar, so I know you. So this is cool, but it's definitely true. And where did that originate from you? And how did you maybe get to where you are, where you're able to give that off to people confidently that they could follow you and you can lead them to becoming that person?
Gosh, I hadn't thought about that in a while, JC, but I think the truth around that is just to dare to believe that something else is possible. Something better than what already is out there, and that you have the ability to make it happen, or at least the ability to go for it. It may take you longer than you think, but if you believe you can go for it, that's the beginning.
That would be an amazing look. I mean, just having that belief in itself sometimes is all you can have, because if it's like you've never done it before,
yeah,
it never happened to you, maybe no one around you. A lot of us look up to people and no one around us reflects that type of individual, but we know we can be that, and when you have that belief, it kind of just opens the doors up to maybe what could be. Does that sound accurate from how you do it every day?
Yeah, and I want to be one of those voices that inspires people to go there, because somebody had to do it for me. I wasn't born this way. I didn't know it was possible, but somebody showed me that it was. Somebody helped me make that leap, and I want to do that for millions, billions. Let's go. Let's do this.
You definitely do it. I mean, I know I can say from experience, you do it for me every single day. You show up, you're always working hard, always positive, always smiling, but more so always giving those words of encouragement. It's like we see you with all this success, but at one point, maybe you want the rock, you're just a little pebble, just trying to figure it out. Maybe along the way, somebody must have shown that to you and you were able to get bigger and bigger and develop that self-belief.
Yeah, to be honest with you, hon, when I started out, I was more like a grain of sand. I wasn't even at the pebble stage yet. But I want people to know that whatever they need, they have it. It is what's within them that's going to make the difference. It's not anything that's outside of you. It's not anything that anybody else can give you. It's what's already within you that you are going to tap into to move forward.
That's like
nobody makes it work for you. You do it for yourself.
Hey, Rock, you got a quick call. Could you just take a quick pause and you'll be back in a minute with
Absolutely. JC, don't go away. I'll get back to you.
I'll be here.
All right. Awesome job, JC. Deb, how'd that feel to be The Rock, first of all?
I think it was amazing. I've never even imagined stepping into The Rock, so I hope I did him just a little bit of justice. So
I think you're awesome. You did a great job. JC, how'd that feel for you?
It felt great. It was wonderful talking to The Rock. I like the stand comment. That was very good. I felt very, very authentic, very original. Honestly, it's probably something you would say too, paying attention to him on a daily basis. He does say that a lot. So
awesome. Well, let's take it in. David, what do you have for JC and The Rock?
I mean, I actually found that quite humorous because a lot of what Deb was saying is pretty much on par with what he would say. I mean, it was on point, at least for, I would call, post-wrestling Rock. That's exactly what it is. What I found really interesting was how it's sort of like as soon as the questions came in, like Deb was like on it. Like it was automatic. It's like she already knew exactly what was going to come out the moment the question came in. And that's very rare if you're not already integrated with someone like Dwayne Johnson, for example. Like even if you've only heard him talk a couple times or seen him talk a couple times, the fact that she already knew exactly what was going to come out, it was like, wow, okay. She's already mastered how he is as an individual, how he puts himself out there. I found that incredible. And, you know, with JC, for example, it was like, you could tell it was as if he was in the room, right? It was automatic how the conversation was just flowing from there. So, I mean, I couldn't have been better. To me, it was like a 9.5 out of 10 right there. So
Awesome.
yeah, it was awesome.
Great feedback, David. Thank you, brother. Dr. Vin, what do you got? Countdown 35 seconds.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And Deb, kudos, really. That was great. So there was a lot of fun there. I think that maybe a little bit more emotional rapport building. I mean, he was trying to get to the rock, but I didn't feel kind of like that depth of emotion. Now maybe Jason had a little advantage there because he had Deb be herself, so she got right down into the big emotions. So I'm gonna give JC a 9 for that effort.
Yeah, very nice. Awesome job, round 1. We have round 2 coming up. In round 2, we focus on the creation and conveyance of heroic unique identity.
Sean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Adam is here now. I didn't know if you...
Oh, hey, Adam. Oh, thanks. Hey, Adam, how are you, brother?
I am fantastic.
All right. Were you able to hear that round with JC?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to give a little bit of feedback?
I mean, of course, I would love to just say congratulations to Deb. I think she was incredible in her rendition. But I really, you really have to credit JC because it was the questions that I think brought out the rock. The way, and his acknowledgments, his validations were phenomenal. His energy was fantastic. He had fun energy. He had some aspirational energy, for sure, some goddess. He was just all over the map there. Incredible. The only thing I would have looked for was getting to some type of pain, something that he could look to, like build a little deeper emotional rapport with the rock to go move into the next stage. But overall, 9.5.
So awesome job. Adam Gugino, by the way, went from some of the like miracles and magic of Adam, where he left when he was #1 in inside sales for a giant, multinational corporation. And he went to another company and he started out with folding chairs and folding tables in an empty room and took them from 0 to 500 people in a call center and the company from $300 to $700 million in a little under 4 years. And that's the magic of Adam. And also, because Adam is one of the most integrity-based, heart-centered people in the world, and he may know my favorite story about Adam that's coming up, is he also ran a push-up contest. Adam, give me that 30-second version of that story and what you did that was the most out of Integris moment of any competition you've ever run.
Yes, for sure. It was out of Integris. We did a push-up contest at a bar and nightclub in Jersey City where the person who did the most push-ups would win $10,000. It just happened to fall on April 1st. It was hosted by Flavor Flav, and when the winner, who was exhausted and tired and unable to really say much, was thinking he was getting a check for his 130 push-ups, he received the notice that April Fool's Day was, and there was no $10,000, but we did give him a bottle, and he had a lot of fun that night. And if I could take it back, I would.
Yes. So Adam Gugino, ladies and gentlemen, in his absolute heart-centeredness, being wrapped into a Flavor Flav push-up competition on April Fool's Day. Yes. Thank you, Adam.
Years and years ago. Many years
ago. Right. So thank you for that. We're going to go into round 2, and this will be about finishing these conversations. Like, what's your story to solve for whatever the issue is that you brought up in round 1? What's the yes that you're seeking? Like, who are you truly? And how do you convey that magically? That's what round 2 is all about. And drop it in. Jason, would you mind going first in round 2?
Nope, I'm ready.
All right. Take us in, brother.
All right. Hey, Deb, it's nice to reconnect with you.
Likewise. Sorry about the interruption.
Oh, no, nothing. We're all busy. I know a lot of stuff comes up. I hope everything's okay.
All good. All good.
Good. And so, like what we were talking about earlier, I love your mission. So what are some of your challenges right now?
Well, I think first of all is getting to the mental health community. to, to begin to plant seeds of doubt that there's a much better, safer, healthier, and more lasting way to help people create the changes that can resolve some of those emotional stressors rather than to medicate it. So getting to that community in a way that's going to help them, that actually is going to allow them to listen.
And with that, so if we fast forwarded like a few years, say 5 years from now, what would it mean to you if you weren't able to see this vision through?
Just another 5 years of frustration that would only be mounting. And I think the COVID environment has really shown how vulnerable humanity is to these stressors, these emotional stressors, and not have the tools to really deal with them effectively. And because of that, honestly, I think the thing that frustrates me most is the whole idea of the victim mentality. Because if I feel something and I can't change it and I can't control it, then I'm more at the effect of it or the victim of it rather than someone who can actually understand it, use it, and create change through it. So frustration, gosh, it doesn't even begin to describe it. And I think part of it is I've been shown a strategy that works. I've been exposed to a variety of perspectives that, when synthesized and integrated, has given a pathway to create that change. And I do believe that I was given it for a reason. And it doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with what I'm supposed to do with it.
No, that's beautiful. And what I'm hearing, if I may, is that like on a deep, deep level, you feel like this is your mission, no matter what. Like this is what you were put here on earth for.
Yeah, it's one of those things like I had no idea, didn't expect it, didn't think I was looking for it, and here it is.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. If I may I share a little bit about myself?
Please do.
And so, I really identify with your mission as someone, like I shared earlier, that used to take, Lexapro because I just didn't want to stop and slow down and address what was going on, right? And now, now that I've been able to step up and really change my life and really change what's going on with my family, for my boys, for my sons, so they can see me dreaming and really stepping up to the next level. And so what I think I could do for you is, together I could help you really be someone that could listen and help you and guide you and maybe open up even new perspectives for you as a coach to be able to listen to you and help you and guide you through this. Is that something that sounds like it would be helpful for you?
I'd be curious about it. Right now I can't quite envision what that might look like, but I'd be curious to explore what those possibilities could unfold.
I appreciate that. And so maybe for now we could just set up a time, and then next maybe early next week, if that works for you. What's a good time for you to reconnect with me?
How about this time next week? I have an opening in my schedule.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I'll send you a calendar invite so we can connect again on Zoom. And I look forward to picking this up, talking more deeply about your mission and how I could assist you moving it forward. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate your offer, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, excellent. Jason, how'd that feel for you?
Awesome. Debs, I could feel the depth of her mission, and it moved me. And it was awesome to be there and try to offer something to serve her in a way. It felt really congruent.
Awesome. Adam, what do you got, pal?
I loved the way that you got to the overall mission and purpose. Love the validation there. The only thing that I saw, which I think could have been improved upon a little bit, was your heroic, unique identity around maybe some of the credentials on how you can kind of help her get to the next level. And then the ask was a little generic. I would have liked for you to potentially ask for a complimentary coaching session. Let her see what you can do. Like, give her one opportunity, or you yourself one opportunity to show how you can, truly help her in a coaching perspective. But overall, great job. I would say 9.2.
Awesome. David.
Yeah, I share very similar sentiment to what Adam said. We in my business, we call this the validation call, which is essentially, almost putting out all the benefits of what it is that you can do to help each other, right? Creating that win-win. And so, both sides did incredibly well. Obviously Jason knows how to throw in, parts of his story to sort of validate a lot of what's being said in the conversation. So that was great. It did just sort of, there was some open loops in place to where it's like there could have been a couple extra things thrown in there to sort of seal the deal, as I would say, where it's like, you know what, I definitely want to be on another call. I want to continue this conversation. So it's almost like this eagerness of like, what else can come from this? And so, overall, 9 out of 10 for the whole thing. But, obviously a couple open loops there could have been filled, and, everything would have been great from there.
Awesome. Dr. Ben.
Yep. So, I agree with everything that Adam and David said. I liked how he took her from where she was and forward. If she didn't reach, her goals of getting to the mental health community, that pain point, the frustration that she was feeling, I felt it too. And that his heroic, unique identity was very congruent, and, I felt that there was a good synergy between the two of them. And then, he didn't get to the agreement of the coaching, but he got to the agreement that they would at least discuss that more. So I think overall it was an excellent job, and I would give him a 9.5 on that also.
Beautiful. Excellent work, Jason.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
JC, the rock is ready to go. Let's go.
More rock.
I gotta get ready to be the rock.
Well, all right. Well, what's going on, Dwayne? How was it? How was the call?
It was good. I was catching up with on a project that's near and dear to my heart, so things are moving along in the right direction. So let's continue our conversation.
Oh, for sure. It's all about moving things in the right direction and doing so. You're a person that always is making progress. And, looking at that, what we spoke on before, having that belief, really wanting to kind of empower that in the people that you're around, or the people that you maybe reach secondarily, like your fans or your followers on social media. What are maybe some things that you've encountered along the way that's made it difficult for you? As well as when you progress past that, what do you foresee that maybe why certain things aren't connecting maybe to your fan base or to the people that follow you? And let's try to find a resolution on how we can bridge that gap to connect and really empower all.
Yeah, that's such a great question, JC, because, I think in my own journey, everybody hits the wall at some point. Everybody starts to get that doubt or that uncertainty. And, for me, it's like trying to help people stay the course, to not let, one disappointment or one setback or one expectation that doesn't go the way you want it to go. I want to help people get to the point where they can stay the course no matter what challenge is presented. So, it's something that I've always worked at doing, to encourage and inspire people to do that. But I really need partners to help me make a bigger impact.
Most definitely. I completely understand your sentiments there. And the one good thing is being someone we're friends, but I'm also someone that looks to you as a peer. And every single day I see the stories that you share, and, from secondary sources, hearing how you impact them. Maybe it's you going for your goals, and maybe you have an injury, but you tell people, hey, even if you're injured, you can still keep pushing forward. Even if you have a failure, you hit the ground, you can still get back up. So many little examples you provide people with. And sometimes that little tiny push that'll get someone to move forward. And I feel with maybe the blind spots as far as all those examples you give on a daily basis. But the best part is you represent by actually living by what you're saying. And I feel taking that and pushing it up, that can really lead to that connection with the individuals that are just waiting for that to hit their ears.
That's so important. And I think the thing that was most important for me in that journey was to understand integrity within myself and my word. And that if we can work together to do that for the people who follow what we do and why we do it, to help them get to that place of personal integrity where there is no question about whether or not you're going to fulfill your commitment. Because that's where it all falls down. We make commitments to ourselves and then we don't keep them.
Yes, you're right. That's one thing you said. Actually, you said it on Tuesday. Always keep the promises you make to yourself. I remember you said that on your last little video, and it connected because you and I are so similar. I mean, we're gym buddies. We live together. We take the same protein shakes. We do it all. But the good thing is we're showing up every day powerfully as our authentic self. And everyone knows that. If you see Dwayne, he's in the gym. If you see a camera around, he's on the set. You know, I know when you watch my posts and you comment, you know I'm in the gym. I'm not just shooting a video and leaving and going home. So we're on that same page. You know, so I feel we need to bridge that gap and just take that step together, because two's always better than one. We're two strong guys, but with all that strength in the room, that power, I feel if we harness that, maybe after a lift, we sit down, we crush the shakes, and we just have a talk. You know, I feel we could really take that, because I have some things, I've been keeping notes on the side, hearing what you've been saying, and I feel, well, what I have written down, I feel that can kind of amplify what you would like to do and really create that electricity it needs to just shoot out. And I feel it's really going to connect and really bring that change that you want, that I know represents you, but can give that to every single person that ends up hearing your message and it connects with them deep, not just surface level.
Well, I'm always open to partnering with people who live what they say. And, you know, it's obvious you didn't get that body by visiting the gym, you know, so I get it that you do what you say you do. And I see your posts and I love them. And at this point, what I'm really looking for is not just an army of 2. I want an army of 2 million.
Yes, I love that. I share the same.
Last 10 seconds.
I share the same. So how about this? You lift Tuesday, 11. How about 12 we meet? I'll show up at the gym. I'll bring the shakes.
All right. And bring your ideas on how we get to that 2 million. I'd love it.
They're all tucked away. Got it.
All right. See you then.
All right. See you on Tuesday.
All right. JC, excellent work. Let's drop in, starting with Dr. Vin. Countdown 35 seconds.
So again, great emotional and energetic transfer there. A lot of fun, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of aspirational energy. And again, great job by Deb also. Believe that, you know, he got to agreement, you know, identified some, you know, some points that The Rock would like to do to get to the, you know, get to that army of people. So I'm going to give JC a 9.1 on that one.
Excellent, Dr. Vin. David?
Yeah, it was very interesting. Obviously, you could tell that JC was incredibly energetic about the whole thing. He was almost like enthused that he was even talking to The Rock. So the whole time it's like smile on the face. What I found interesting is as Deb represented The Rock, it almost felt like I was listening to presidential Rock, not Rock in the gym, right? Because she made 2 million. So I'm like, I could see where this conversation's sort of going beyond what people may assume he really is all about, which is being, you know, in the gym or being an actor, which I felt JC was making the connection with what they're both known for. But then I could see where the conversation was sort of steering towards what about the future. And so I think if maybe JC caught on that little note, the direction would have went from less about gym to more of like, how do we create impact in the world, right? I noticed that in the middle of the conversation. Other than that, everything else seemed like it flowed. Obviously, you could tell that he was really into this. He's like, I know what my mission is in this conversation. I'm going to get this done. And so, you know, 9 out of 10 in my book. But just that one little thing, it would have taken the conversation to the next level.
Awesome. And Adam?
All right. Sean, I do have to hop off at the 4 o'clock coaching, but I want to just get into this. Yeah. So that was a lot of emotional rapport building. Again, I would say energy, fantastic. you could see how well they went back and forth. And Deb, there was no way she couldn't be smiling with his energy and the mirroring of that back and forth. So that was incredible. I would have liked to have seen, like I said, finding some pain to really connect to, and then a heroic, unique identity that was really strong. I know they were friends in this scenario, but something that really showed what JC was going to be able to do. And then the ask would have been, again, a little more specific around, what they were going to talk about, or what the agreement would look like. More or less, it would seem like a brainstorming session or some ideas that they were going to talk about. But overall, great job. I would say a 9.0.
Excellent work. So, Jason, how are things for you today?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I really worked. I didn't expect to go there with Deb, but it was really interesting. We did. I expected to. It was awesome. I learned a lot. So that's what I'm here for. So.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So, JC, quick thought. I just want to play with an idea. So there's 100 hours of stuff to talk about, but what I think the most useful thing to drop in on for 2-3 minutes real quick here as we come to a close is the idea of putting something at stake in a narrow, small ask. JC, your energy is amazing, right, brother? Like, you're just present, awesome. And sometimes, when we're encountering people, especially as I'm sure many people here know who've dealt with, very successful people and celebrity, caliber folk, that there's a fear of like, what's up, like what's happening, where's this coming from? So moving into certain matching and mirroring patterns, knowing what is present for them, like not a limiting belief, but stepping into meeting them where they are and really trying to level 5 listen about what's going on inside of them. So I don't know The Rock, but my presumption is that he probably gets approached a lot I am 100% sure he gets approached a ton, and that there's like a natural default, like exhaustion, of decision-making, of like not listening. So a thought in approaching, celebrity type folks, and I've had this encounter a number of times, and it's been really meaningful, is to remember like the opening promotional rapport. So all of those beautiful energies are great, but a thought I might have is like meeting him like lower, less excitedly on something like, hey, Dwayne, how are you, brother? And Deb, could you drop in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks. Listen, I know you're busy. I know you're in the gym. If you ever have like just a minute, maybe it's now, I'd love to talk to you about something, but I promise I'm gonna give you your space. I'm not gonna drive you crazy, but I got a quick thought. Do you have a minute now, or it's just like not cool?
Sure, I'm good now.
Yeah, like I would start with like freedom to leave, like non-attachment, like non-presumption. Now, people can come from very different schools of thought on that, because people could say, hey, it's like opening with a negative, it's not being confident. And my hallucination is it's quite the opposite. Like I'm there and I'm present in amazing confidence and very cognizant of who he is, where it is, and the ability to say yes or no. Like I'm not going to be heartbroken if it doesn't happen. Like I'm present, respectful, like cool. So be like, thanks. I really appreciate you taking a minute. I see you. Obviously, I know who you are, right? And we work out the same place here. I know you're doing amazing things online, and I want to honor that, acknowledge that. I'm sure everybody in your world has a million ideas for you. But can I ask you a question straight up? And if the answer is yes, I'll leave. Are you 1,000% thrilled with everything your social media and that world is doing for you right now? Like totally thrilled?
Not really. I'm thinking sometimes it's kind of used in ways that seem kind of fluffy to me, and I really want to make an impact. So I don't like being interpreted as just a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I want to make a difference, and so I think there's a better way to do some of these things.
Yeah, without a doubt. Thank you. And so here you want to make a difference. Like, and I know we're already at a minute. Can we have one more minute? Is that cool?
Yeah, we can.
Cool.
As long as we're working out, let's do it.
Yeah, awesome. So just a quick question, and I really mean it. We'll be done in a minute. What's the reason you're doing this? I heard impact. I know you're obviously a major star. Why are you not like retired? Why do you keep going? Like when you say impact, like what's the ultimate vision for how you do this? Is it to make more movies, which is amazing, to win an Academy Award? Like, what's your ultimate vision for the rest of your career?
Honestly, I've achieved a lot of the, professional objectives that I set. I suppose there's always another level, but what I've realized more than anything is because of what I've been able to do, people listen to me.
Yeah.
Now, I have a following of people who really listen to what I have to say, and I want to use that forum respectfully but powerfully to have a very positive impact in the world.
Cool.
I will continue to do movies because I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. And is it that you want your audience to like listen more deeply, and you want to expand your audience into like new and additional places, or you just want to take that audience and have them take action, or is it both?
Well, I want them to believe in themselves and take action. Belief in yourself is all well and good. If you don't act, what good is it? So I want to inspire people to get to that place of self-belief and act on it.
Cool. And are there places that you feel like your voice isn't heard yet, meaning like you have obviously an immense following? Are there parts do you want to expand into places you aren't yet in terms of your following to like increase your impact and leverage?
I'm more interested in the moment is having a deeper impact where I already am.
Cool.
And when that happens, the platform will expand. I know it. It happens organically.
Okay, awesome. So listen, we're over 2 minutes now. Thank you. What I'd love to propose to you is spend just a few minutes after another workout and give me 15 minutes. And if I don't blow your mind with some ideas of how to do that, I'll never talk to you again unless you need a spot. Is that cool?
The only thing I don't like about that, Sean, is that you'll never talk to me again. So I think, I expect you to talk to me again and deliver amazing stuff. So looking forward to it.
I'd always love to talk to you, but I want to respect the boundaries because, brother, I know this. People must come up to you and talk nonstop. I own myself. I know who I am in the world, but I don't want to presume that you need another person talking to you. So if sometimes in the gym, you want your own time, that's cool. But if you want to talk, I'm game. I always need new friends. So that sounds awesome.
Fantastic.
All right. JC, any thoughts?
It got very, very direct to the point with a nice ask, not overstepping, but at the same time, really, really connecting on maybe what would be the impact and getting deeper, and getting towards setting up that next meeting, but actually presenting it where it gives that kind of out. If he wants to take it, he can take it. But at the same time, it's an ask to where you're presenting yourself and giving yourself the best opportunity to get where you want to provide that value to him to enhance his impact in the way that he's missing, but you can provide and kind of fill the gap.
Yeah. And so and as we take it home, right, this is just about unlocking distinctions of mastery. What I always think about is I want to have the simplest yes possible. And I want to take away all the things somebody could be afraid of. So I don't want to create those fears, but I don't want to also ignore them and act oblivious to them. And so I think with somebody like that, there's a very strong possibility that he's very afraid that somebody that is going to do something for him is going to think now, like that person's going to have an expectation of friendship. We're in the gym together. So I would want to like limit everything that might be a quick fear that might come up as an objection, even after the fact, right? Because somebody could be in state and feel really connected, go home, be like, oh my God, dude, I always say yes. Why did I say yes? What does this person think? Like those things happen for people. Like there's like yes remorse. So I try to always take like yes remorse away and give people like the absolute freedom in the space of like, this doesn't mean anything. It's all good. Let's just examine this little micro thing. And it's been incredibly effective because then people feel safe, right? And they are safe because I'm not going to then go, wait a minute, you told me if I spent 15 minutes, I'm not going to ever do that. So I'm being totally integrous because I mean what I say. If they don't feel blown away in 15 minutes, I'll go home and I'll go away and I will give them that respect and boundary. So yeah, Jason, awesome job today. JC, awesome job. Deb, any final from you for today?
I have learned so much from these opportunities, and even learning that you can step into someone's perspective in a heartbeat, or at least try to. And I really appreciate something you brought up, Sean. Yes, remorse. Haven't really thought of it in that way, but that's brilliant. And to take that out in advance is a powerful strategy.
Well, thank you, Deb. And a lot of people are like, well, that's negative. And why would you bring that into the energy? Like, because it's there. Like it's real. We have a very interesting conflict that we're driven by, as Tony Robbins say, pain. Our nervous system looks to find danger, right? So when we get out of state, we go back to finding danger, and we reflect upon things like, oh my God. And it's why a lot of times people will say yes to go out on a date, or yes to a business deal, yes to buy something. And they'll be like, oh, what did I do? So we're different. When we're in different emotional places, we evaluate what occurred differently. And so I am very confident, yes, remorse is a real thing. So thank you for that acknowledgement, Deb. Again, JC, thank you. How was today for you? Final thought.
That was phenomenal. So many learning tools. So I really appreciate that last part too, because that was awesome. Really, those little details what really makes it happen. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, and thank you for being here and the amazingness that you're living. Dr. Vin, any final, and how was today?
It was great. Always learning from the distinctions, always learning from, seeing how people interact. And so, yeah, it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for asking me to be on.
Well, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you very much. And David, thank you. And any final sign-offs from you, brother?
Yeah, no, I appreciate coming on, having this be my first experience. It was great seeing how all this interaction plays out. It does give me quite a bit of insight into my own conversations that I have with, clients, prospects, even just friends and family, right? Just how to keep conversations flowing and how to connect deeper with what they're saying in that very moment. And so, yeah, got a lot of value from this whole experience.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Influence truly is a superpower. Heart-centered, integrity-based. We always win when we set up the scenario so the other person wins as well. Always. Have a beautiful day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good to meet
Thank
you
you.
all.
Nice meeting all of you.
You too. Great
Nice
job,
to
man.
meet you.
You're awesome.
Thank you as well. Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Nice meeting you all.